And that's lights out and away we go, as I could say. Oh, that's a beautiful start from Felix. He is all the way in front of the grid. Breacher is out of the session already. What happened there? Oh, that's some weird
Maybe
stuff into turn 1. 2 people were stuck there. Will
a
and
lot of
Scottish.
people going wide.
Yeah. And that's virtual safety car already into lap 1. And
That's probably a full safety car. Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably because of the stopped Haas on the track. He's on the turn 1. He was in a very dangerous place.
Yeah, that's true. Was it terminal damage? I think that was. Yeah. Yeah.
So far, everyone survived turn 1, and there wasn't much chaos, so pretty good start, in my opinion. I wonder if anyone will go straight onto hard tires, maybe. I don't know if anyone will pull that trigger and risk strategy, but someone might. They could get a really good
and that's Scottish slogan out of the session.
What happened? Did he spin?
No, let me see. I think that's terminal damage too, or he just left himself. Terminal damage, yeah. He spun out and crashed.
Unlucky for him, but
yeah.
Maybe he got braked by someone and he didn't know how to react, so he just hit the throttle a bit too hard, and it can happen.
Yeah.
Especially if his tires are really cold because of the safety car.
Yeah.
Did you have any position changes from the starting grid? I didn't see the starting grid. I know Felix and Venom are still in their quali positions, but did anything else change? Yes, Tib got 1 position and Runkeri got position up. Swayze in P11, P10, a very good start from him.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Sway to take the podium today. Main lost 11 positions.
A lot of positions by Ty in the Haas. 6 positions, PLA 9 positions. A great job from the Red Bull driver.
That's not. Oh, that's. Oh, there's another 5. That's the first 5-second penalty today, actually, and that's for Sway.
Oh. That might not be to the end of the race. We will see if he will
start the penalty in
talk
the
to the FIA about it. Yeah, maybe that also. Because maybe it isn't his fault that these things can happen under the safety car, those 5-second penalties. The game does some weird stuff under the safety car.
Yeah, when you barely touch like another car, the game already gives you a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, and usually the 5-second penalty gets the car that isn't at fault. So we will see at the end of the race.
Yeah.
But that will hinder his performance in the pits a bit. He will be much slower than other cars in the pits, unfortunately.
Yeah. There's still some people in the back. Will, Domis, Tib, Runkeri, and Main that lost Main lost 11 positions. That's a lot.
I don't know what happened to Main. Maybe he just played it safe in turn 1, or maybe got a moment out of some corners.
Main is in the pit, so let's see how good the pit will be.
Is he going auto hard, or does he have damage? I think he might have damage.
He has damage because he's changing the front wing and he went on to mediums. And that's Will in the pit too. Will has damage too.
Yeah, what happened then? But maybe it's the turn 1 shenanigans.
Yeah. I see he went on to the softs unlike Main.
Interesting strategy, but might work out because of the safety car, might. because
Yeah.
he will be on a fresher soft tires than anybody else, and he could maybe pit at the same or a bit later than them on on the mediums like everyone else. And this might be a good strategy for him. Depends on how he drives this.
Yeah, you have a point there. I think
Because the safety car.
the safety car should be
Go
going
on.
in this lap.
Yeah, maybe it will wait one more lap for the cars to catch up. Maybe it won't. Sometimes the safety car doesn't wait, but I think maybe one more lap of safety car in this
Yeah,
race.
that was a pretty unlucky start for a safety car. Not too interesting to watch.
But usually happens in these league races. It's very common to see the safety car go really early in the race, so sometimes happens and can sometimes ruin or make someone's race. So it's also a good thing in the driver's perspective.
It might ruin Felix's good start, and the safety car is going in this lap, so let's see it.
Felix is on mediums, and all the front runners are on mediums. They started on mediums, right? They
I think
yes,
this
I think
ends
they.
Fias out of the session. Oh my god. And that's a 5 penalty for Neil Angin.
Oh, there's some wing damage. There's wing parts flying all over the track,
Oh,
and
the
a
safety car is
car spinning.
the safety
Ty
car is
and
in.
Tommy.
How?
I don't know what happened there, but I just saw flying wing parts all over the
Yeah,
track.
same. Those a double collision. Dummies and Fi are both out of the session.
Unlucky for them. I don't know what happened. We will see after the race, definitely.
Definitely.
But that's really good luck for Will because he gained 2 positions now for free. And those
Yeah.
soft tires, those fresh soft tires are really gonna push him up to the pack.
Yeah.
Another free 2 positions for Will. This is looking like a good race for him.
Yeah.
They must have gotten caught. The Mercedes of Blackstone and Alpine of Tib must have gotten caught up in that crash under the safety car because they're pitting. I wonder if they're pitting onto hard or mediums. Probably mediums.
Let us see. Uh, they both went for mediums.
Yeah, I think mediums is a better choice because it can last to the end of the lap, and I personally don't really like the hards on this track. It's just too much high-speed corners for the
Yeah.
hards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's Felix is pretty comfortably running this race for now in P1.
I think Venom.
Venom is pretty close. Maybe if he gets DRS, can do something about it. But Felix looks pretty good for the win right now, as he gets the fastest lap.
Yeah, I think Felix might be in trouble right now. That's a 5-second penalty for Runkeri for speeding in the pit line.
Oh, yeah, it caught you off guard. The 60 kph because most tracks have 80 kilometers per hour, and this has 60, so you can kind of forget about that.
Yeah,
Arun Carey will be very sad about that, but he will probably make up for it in the race.
let's hope so, because they are far away in the back.
But they will have advantage because they have no more pits. So maybe they have, unless there's another safety car, which could also actually go in their favor, but that's also relative. And Venom is pretty close to his Felix for now, as they're
Yeah,
going into turn 13. A really tricky corner, in my opinion. The braking is very hard to get without locking up. The top three are just keeping their heads down and getting away from everyone else. They already lost the Red Bull in P4, which is very impressive from the pack of the top three.
Yeah, that's they are already 3 seconds away from Piero.
Maybe
That's
Pierog is saving his tires more, but I just think they are keeping their heads down and trying. All of them are trying to get the race win since this is the first race of the league and everybody wants to show their best.
yeah. Imagine how good the season finale will be.
I hope it's as good as the real life season
Yeah.
the that we
Oh
had
my
this
god,
year.
Venom crashed out!
Oh no,
That's a spin!
that's a very
Oh
tricky spin.
no!
What
That
was that? Turn 9? Yes, that was in turn 9 and a safety car
okay.
left.
So 5 people officially DNF'd during this race.
That would be very good news
Drive-through
for Felix.
penalty for Tib. And
Oh
Felix might be
no.
comfortable in the lead for the rest of the race.
I think Felix is very happy that Venom lost the rear, which is very unfortunate for him because that corner is really sometimes it can be just unlucky on the grip when you're out of that
Always when I'm
you're
going
out
through
turn
there,
8.
I always let my foot go a little bit off the gas.
Yeah, you really need to be careful, especially on the mediums, because you can lose just for a second. You can lose all the grip and you're in the wall basically because the corner will turn you to the left, and what's at the left is a wall. So that's really unfortunate for Venom. He will not be happy with that.
His team will not be happy too.
Yeah, as a Red Bull driver myself, I'm kind of disappointed that we. Oh no, he's not in the Red Bull. He's Aston Martin. My
Yeah.
bad. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
But what was that? Will, yeah, he was on the softs. The one who pitted really early on the soft because he had damage. He's already in P8, which is
Oh my
really good for
god.
him. He's playing this very
He
nice.
he made up 10
10
positions.
positions. Let's see if there will be any more crashes in this safety car. Let's hope not. Let's hope there's all the crashes. If there will be more, let's keep it while racing because it's more interesting that way and less frustrating for the drivers.
Yeah, if you'll stay the whole race under safety cars, that won't be really good to watch.
Yeah, especially in a truck like Russia where it's really difficult to overtake in some places, especially sector 3. It's practically impossible to overtake without any contact. So you really have like turn 2 and 13 to overtake, but I would say turn 2 is the main overtaking point in this track after the long straight.
Yeah. Maybe into the first turn where you have the DRS.
Yeah, you could also, before the braking in turn 2, which is actually the actual turn 1, but they call it the turn 2, you could overtake on the straight with DRS and good ERS usage, definitely there, but uh, I don't think there's much more overtaking places without putting yourself in danger too much.
Yeah.
And even that turn
When I
2,
was
like
practicing
we're going.
for fun, and that's 3 second type penalty for tip. Anyway, and I was once practicing for fun with Sway on his stream. We were doing some 1v1s, 5 lappers on Russia. And always when we are about to start, I would every time literally overtake him into the first turn after the dive bomb.
Yeah, it's really easy to get a position there. Sometimes you have to rely on the driver that you're overtaking to give you the position, since the turn 2 is really quite tight, and the curb, if you touch the curb on the inside, it will send the car flying and you will crash into each other. So it's really a turn for drivers' respect. You can really see if the drivers have respect for each other and give each other spaces to overtake each other.
Yeah, exactly.
But as you said, Tib got he DNF'd now.
Oh,
I don't know if he crashed or rage quit, but he got a 3-second penalty for corner cutting, which is really easy to do in this track because you're some turns are literally the car is fully off track for you to be the fastest possible. So it's really easy to get a cut in any corner. Plus, the tires really like to heat up on this track, depending on your setup, of course. But if you have a little bit higher tire pressures, your tires will really overheat, and then you just have a lot of oversteer, which is really difficult to drive and avoid the cuts. So it's looking pretty good. If only Thibaut is actually the only one who got a corner cut, so it's looking pretty safe and good from all of these drivers.
so we are back racing with Rookie and Snowbots behind Felix catching up onto him.
I'm pretty sure the Ferrari drivers will be very happy with this race if they finish P2 and 3.
Yeah, a 2-3 would be really good for the Ferrari team, especially when they are fighting with McLaren.
And we had Snowboards and Neo going off track battling into turn 2, which was really good to see. They kept it clean, they didn't make contact, but they did go a bit out of the track.
And Picker for some reason is far in the back.
Maybe the safety car started before he catched up, or he spun. I didn't see it since we're so focused on the race leaders, which is practically the most important part, the top 3. And Felix and Fruki are already kind of pulling away from Snowbirds and Neo as Neo overtakes Snowbirds into turn 13, which is really hard to do. So and they're really battling it out. The Snowbirds goes again for the move. Will he? No, Neo keeps the position. That's a really good move from the AlphaTauri driver. In the hardest sector of the track, he gets an overtake on the Ferrari. Very good job from him.
Beautiful. Let's see if Snowbot will be able to go for Neo.
He's not using his ERS. I can see on the wheel he has a lot of ERS. Now he's using some ERS.
Oh,
so he's probably
a
saving
5-second
it for the
penalty for Picker.
Picker is pitted and Blackstone pitted. They had damage there. That's why they were so far behind. Unfortunately, something happened to them. Probably under the safety car. But Snowboard's saving a lot of ERS for this race, so I think he's going to save it until the tires and the tires are much more used and the car is much lighter because all the fuel is gone, and he'll just blast all the ERS he has, maybe get the fastest lap because he will be on the softs at the end of the race and just overtake Neo on the safest part of the track, which is the straight.
Neo Angin is actually pulling to the front ahead of Snowboard.
Can you switch to Neo so we can see his ERS? Could you switch to the Alfa Romeo in front, the Neo, so we can see his onboard?
There you go.
I think we're having some... thank you. We can't see his ERS unfortunately because of his helmet. But I think Snowbirds is going for a move. Yep. Around the outside, and he gets it. Very good job from Snowbirds. The Ferrari engine drivers fighting it out.
That was a perfect dive bomb from snowboards.
It was really clean. He didn't have to risk much for it. He was already passed before he even entered the turn, and Picker gets a 3-second penalty.
That's 8 seconds overall.
Oh no, something happened to Will. He's pitted. Onto another set of softs.
Another set of softs.
And Main is going... Oh my... That was really, really risky from Main. And he gets the move on Neo. I don't know how he pulled it off. In turn 7, he dive bombed as Neo Angen in the Alfa Romeo. And he's going for snowbirds again.
Oh, Main got snowboards.
Where did the McLaren driver come from? He's just entered P3 out of nowhere. Overtakes two drivers in one lap very easily. Where is this coming from?
He's like the second
Felix,
Hamilton.
It would be insane if he won this. If it caught up to Felix, who has a 2-second lead on him.
You know
that
what?
would be really good driving.
There's actually no way, since he has 4 seconds to Felix. I mean, there are still a lot of laps left. 16, I think.
Sure, but maybe he just isn't a qualifying driver. I haven't seen where he qualified.
Right.
But
I think we should focus more on the midfield. Like, we are only talking about the back and front.
I agree, because
Blackstone with the fastest lap, and Creeps with the 3-second penalty. And when was the 3-second penalty?
As I said, this will. I'm surprised.
Let's see if Cortez will go. Will Cortez go for Neo? They are close, and both of them have DRS. Let's see the T-cam of Runkeri.
Oh, they're all bunched up. This is a really good midfield battle. This will be a lot of interesting overtakes and moves, I think.
Oh my god, that was
really,
a
really
spin! Is that Neo spin? Neo spinned off!
Ooh,
oh no!
He got taken out. He got spinned by...
And Cortez got taken out by Neo.
Yeah. Oh, that will be a lot of short boards after the race.
All the drivers must be so mad with all the spins.
Yeah.
Oh, will Creeps go for Pierrot? No, that was a slight touch on the rear front. And Creeps got left out in the behind for P7. Now that's Runkeri going on to Pierrot. Let's see. With the slipstream, he isn't using his ERS actually, my bad. Runkeri needs some good lap times for like 2-3 laps. That was close to a spin from Runkeri, and Pierrot is pulling away from him. So let's see Sway's fight with Creeps, because I see he's pulling in close to Creeps.
And again, the turn 9, Runkeri almost lost it, where we saw Venom lose his car, so that was almost deja vu for Runkeri.
Okay, let's see Creeps going Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see Sway going for Creeps. This might be this DRS zone, because everyone has DRS. Now ERS is used by Sway, that it's losing the slipstream of Creeps, and Creeps is just pulling out away from Sway.
Sway is very happy with his position for the moment, because he got kicked out in Q3. He didn't make it to Q2. So he's very pleased to be in P8 now.
Blackstone Sway didn't make it to Q2 even.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. So he's very happy to be in P8, I imagine, as we have Creeps and Runkeri battling for P6, and we see some clouds forming. So there might be rain in this race, which would be a very interesting decider and could completely change the outcome of this race.
Let's see, there's some interesting fights between Sway, Creeps, Runkeri and Snowboards.
Yeah, the
Oh,
mid
and
pack are
Sway
really
tried to
fighting
go
out.
for the... Sway is trying to go for the move on Creeps. Will he go down the inside in Sector 3? No, he doesn't make it. Creeps goes wide. But that still doesn't put Sway
Oh,
up a place. Oh,
Creeps going very wide in turn 10.
Sway didn't make it through on him.
This is pretty close and
Let's see.
fair racing from them
Oh,
in the sector 2.
Sway got the inside. Does a wheel to wheel with Creeps. Let's see the T-cam. And yes, Sway is through.
Now he will want to put his head down and catch the Ferrari in front, who has a penalty. And he's really close to carry. He could probably be looking at the P5 right now.
And we can see that Sway actually served his penalty in the pit lane.
Yeah, so he's free of all guilt. He hasn't have to worry about anything but the race in front of him.
Exactly. Though there's
Since
some pretty
Snowbird
interesting
and
stuff.
Carry have penalties, so if they stay as close as this, even to the end of the race, Suez will be in P5 because of the penalties to the cars in front of him. Things have now settled down a bit in the midfield. We've seen some really good fighting in the last few laps in this midfield. Now they have finally kind of find a groove and everyone is in their position, so they're happy and no one's really fighting right now.
Yes, so
As
you can
they're
end
probably
up...
just waiting for the rain.
Oh, and that's a time penalty for Creeps. So he would have to pull away from Sway if he wants that P7.
Yeah, that is very unlikely to happen right now unless Sway spins.
Yeah, uh, if he will, we would actually, if we would take the statistics from season 1, Sway spun out a lot by other, was spun out a lot actually by other people.
As we
And
can see
actually
some rain
himself.
droplets, sorry for interrupting, but we can see rain falling, which is very exciting for this race, as people will probably lose or win this based on strategy and driving in the rain. I don't know who practiced for the rain. This will be very interesting.
I don't think anyone practiced for the rain, they practiced for the sun.
Yeah, then
I believe.
we'll get a 3-second penalty. It's still looking very good for the Ferrari drivers. They're in P2 and P6, which is they will get the best points of any team this race if they finished in that order. As we have someone from the chat saying Felix is good in the rain too, so this maybe suits him a little bit better than the other drivers if they didn't practice for the
Oh, we
rain.
can see the rain already on the cameras.
Yeah, well, the droplets are falling. It's certainly too early to pit for intermediates, but I guess I'm certain all the drivers are now spamming Jeff, asking for the weather report and how soon they should go into the intermediates.
Yeah.
Snowboards was overtaken by Sways while all this was happening. So Sways is now 1.7 seconds behind Runkeri, while Runkeri gets another penalty, which I think he now has 8 seconds of penalties, which he really does not want.
Well, the grid is all spaced out right now, but that will be a fight between Fruki and Main. Let's see that. They're really close to each other. Whoever will take the lead out of those two, and yes, Main went for the move on Fruki, and Main is into P2. Whoever will have the lead in here, and whoever pulls away the most, will have the best chance if they will pit for the inters.
Main did a really good job on the second DRS detection zone, used it perfectly. He was behind him, he got to the DRS and he got the job done, while Fruki got a bit off track because he went wide. So that's a really good job from the McLaren driver, who will now try to push to get P1, who is 4 seconds ahead of him.
There are a lot of people hyping Felix in the chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of Felix fans, maybe his friends and family came to watch him in the race, and they have a reason. He's going pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. 3 seconds ahead of Main, so I don't think anyone will be able to pull in closer to him. Maybe if there will be a safety car, Main could go for the move, because as we saw some good moves there.
There could be a lot of things happening because the rain is very unpredictable, so the drivers might spin and others might shine in the rain, and Main might catch you and Felix in the rain, who knows.
I think people will start going onto the inters in few laps time. I think like lap 22 or 23, if the rain doesn't
Yeah,
stop.
the rain definitely is picking up a bit and it's getting worse. I think the conditions are starting to get really difficult to drive on those soft tires, and Blackstone just got some understeer and got another 3-second penalty.
So the whole grid is all spaced out now, so there's nothing really to watch.
I'm sure something. Fruki pitted. Is he the first to go?
Oh,
into the
there's
inters?
a fight. There's a fight
So
between Swayze and P4 with in a fight with Runkery.
Swayze is really making himself known in this race. 12 positions. Can you show us the tire so we can see? Nope, no one is on the intermediates still.
There is.
But
most people
well
are
pitted.
on mediums.
And Felix is 18 laps old mediums. He hasn't pitted yet. He's just waiting for the right opportunity to jump on the intermediate tires and get a really free.
His tires must be all worn out right now, so I think he might be pitting soon. If the inters will be coming, if the inters will be going in, he will probably wait till his tires are actually at their last, at the end of their lifespan, the least grip he could have.
Yeah, he will definitely be waiting for them to be even at 80%, which is a risk of popping already, until he has the chance to pit on intermediates. I don't think he will be going on another set of softs, as Will gets another 3-second penalty.
Oh my god. Oh, that creeps out of the race! Will that be a safety car? Will that change that's a safety car, that will change the whole race! Will the...
Creeps spins in turn 9.
Will May go for move on Felix?
No, everybody, I think, will go into the pit.
And that's snowboards on inters! That's snowboards!
Yeah, the first one to pull the trigger. Let's see if it will pay out for him. He just might be the genius in this race for going the first on the inters, because everybody else...
And that's Fruki on inters too!
The Ferrari drivers are definitely in chat and working together, which every teammate should do. but we will see if it pans out good for them. Maybe they got on the Inters a bit too early, although it is the safety
Drive-through
car.
penalty for Will. Oh, that ends his whole race.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's over for. He was having a really good race in the beginning, but just didn't make it to the end, unfortunately.
It's sad to see that. Uh, it's sad to see that 7 people didn't make it to the end of the race.
Yeah, a lot of DNFs, definitely, but it is the first race, so maybe people haven't warmed up yet, maybe didn't practice as much for this race, but
I can
definitely,
tell Sway's work really paid off because he was practicing for 3 straight days, and he was getting so
yeah,
frustrated when he actually didn't improve because of the track limits. They are really strict on this track.
and Felix goes into the pits on the intermediates. Main, Pierog in Sways stays out.
So Felix falls on to P4 with Krukeri and Cortez going out, and Felix is on the inters.
Yep, this might pay off for him,
Krukeri is on
or
the
he might
inters.
lose the whole race because of that. He just might have shown it in the bin, we will see.
Let's see if the rain will stop or not.
It could maybe just stay the same all the race, and the dry tire runners will just, unfortunately for Felix Runkeri snowboards and Fruki, just have a normal track to drive on.
Right, let's also use Felix and see how he does on these inters, shall we?
And Piker also goes into the pits, I'm guessing, on a set of inters.
And that's Neo with a 3-second penalty. Oh, I forgot there is a safety car, right.
Yeah. Yeah, Piker did go onto this intermediate, so drivers are starting to notice the rain.
Surprisingly, Cortez didn't go on to inters.
The top three are really risking not going onto wet tires because
Basically, it's just a game of luck.
yeah, technically yes.
It's either you know how to drive in those conditions with slicks, or you are good on inters. Skill and luck, that's all that matters right now.
Although, by looking at the conditions and looking at Felix and the drivers in front of him, I'm starting to believe they made the right choice to go inters. It seems like they have a bit. Yep.
Main is disqualified from the session.
You know what?
Ignoring yellow flag, Will is disqualified for ignoring yellow flag. Oh my god!
I think that's the game doing some weird stuff, and Runkeri up into P2 on inters.
Oh my god, another 2 people got their races ruined. More than half of the grid is disqualified now. Actually, yeah, we could say most.
That is very unfortunate for Main, who was basically in the lead.
He was in the lead, he could have won this. There are 6 laps left into this race.
I don't know what happened. Because he was going into the pits, the game might have thought that he overtook someone illegally. Maybe that's why he got disqualified. But the safety car spawned in Felix's face.
Yeah.
He almost just got taken out by that safety car. Very lucky for him.
Let's see how Pele will do after his spin after his not too good performance in quali. Let's see how will he do with those slicks in wet.
Yeah, the Red Bull drivers are very brave to stay out. The only drivers to stay out on the slicks in these conditions. We will see how it turns out for them.
I think the safety car would be going in this or the next lap.
I think some drivers, yeah, it's definitely.
Oh, that was a slight spin from Pillay, so.
Ooh, Yeah, I think he clipped the wall a bit there.
Yeah, he touched the wall with his rear.
I hope he has no damage.
Yeah,
But
he has
his
no damage.
Pele is in front of some drivers, so this is interesting. Some drivers will not like that a back marker is in front of them.
Oh right, because Pillay is about to get lapped.
Yeah, but he won't move.
He's two
He won't
minutes
overtake the
behind.
safety car.
He's 2 minutes behind Blackstone.
Mm, he really isn't having a good race, but he will stay in front of them, so it will be
Oh,
just
and
blue
Pillay
flag,
is in the
and
pits.
they go into the pits. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
both
Red Bull
Red Bull
drivers
drive,
haven't.
both Red Bulls, and
And an Alpha
both.
Tauri Cortez go into the pits. I don't
Yeah.
know why he got damaged, probably.
Let us see Cortez. Quick look on the Cortez. Yeah, he did get damaged. He's serving his penalty.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good from him to serve it in the safety car. He got fresher tires, maybe that will help him a bit.
Billy is almost
But
3 minutes behind Pierrot right now.
the Red Bull driver is really not having a good race.
Yeah, the team will be disappointed with him.
I think he's a reserve from Tier 2. I'm not sure. Let me check. Nope, he is a driver, so he really won't be happy with that. That a reserve is higher than him, but at least they will get 1 point for their team.
Oh, let's see.
Will there be interviews after the race? I'm not sure.
I mean,
Do you know?
we could do some interviews.
Yeah, we can do some on the top 3 and maybe some.
Top
Venom, I
3.
think maybe should be an interview.
Yeah, we need to do an interview with Venom because that was because he really did a good job. I mean, if not that crash, he would probably be still P2 with Felix, and the safety car is going in for the final 5 laps. So let's hope nothing happens, and that's Pillay pretty dying in there.
Oh, Pele again touching the wall a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Felix will definitely be interviewed. Don't worry about that. He is probably going to be the race winner, and we will interview him.
Not probably, he is definitely the race winner and the winner of next races. Or
There is 5 laps more,
probably
so
next
maybe
races because his pace is just so good.
his pace is tier 1 in my opinion.
Oh my god! That's a Froky spun out! Oh my lord!
He was doing so well for the Ferrari the whole race.
The whole race is ruined, but he didn't crash out. His tires are all in place. He just needs to go for a new front wing.
But that's his race over. He is P10. It was such
my
good
god!
points for the Ferrari
And
drivers.
that was Pitley's stopped on track for a second that he is going in.
Pile is having a very bad race. At this point, I think he should just retire.
Nah, it's good
Of
for
course,
him.
he doesn't have to, but
In my opinion, I want him to push for the end. He will have respect for me.
yeah, honestly, yes. I always
Why did
prefer
Seven
in my.
Snowboards leave the session? He is P3.
Maybe he had disconnected. Oh no.
He probably
I think he maybe got disconnected.
Yeah, most likely. He just got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. His AI actually.
Fruki and Felix are the only drivers who didn't get penalties. So Fruki was doing a really good job before his spin after the safety car restart. Unfortunately, the Ferrari drivers
I will definitely.
and the whole Ferrari team will not be happy. after this.
We definitely should interview Felix, Runkeri, Sway, Will, and Venom.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because Will is actually a good driver. Oh, no, wait, no, Will doesn't have a mic, so
Oh,
that would be the problem.
Main. We could interview Main because he's the driver who
Yeah,
got disqualified with Will. So we want to know what happened to them. Why
yeah.
did they get disqualified? As we have 3 more laps, 2 if we don't count this one. And Felix is in the very big league with 2 seconds. And Rukeri is in P2. We will see if he stays P2 after the penalties are sorted. But he will really be... Snowbird joined. Yeah, he got disconnected. Unfortunate for him. But
Yeah,
Rukeri
so
will be happy for that.
basic. Fruki went on full wet.
Hmm. I mean, he spun, so he doesn't really matter at this point.
The biggest penalty that we have right now is a 8-second penalty from 7 Snowboards and Cortez.
So Runkeri is actually in P2 right now. That is very good from him. And AlphaTauri,
Well, Venom, we would interview you because your race was just beautiful.
agree. Until that
And
line incident, it was great.
until that incident, it was just so unlucky. My lord, I don't even want to think of that. That would have ended. Yep, go ahead.
I think Swayze or Runkeri are probably the drivers of the day, even though Felix has led the whole race cleanly without any incidents or track outs or anything. I think the AlphaTauri or the Mercedes driver deserved the driver of the day because they really uh, got a bunch of positions in this race.
Actually, Felix once got a warning for track limits, but that's only once.
But that's very good from him, honestly, in this track, which is very easy to get penalties for corner cutting because the
And track
understeer is
limits.
just unbelievable.
We are going in for the final 2 laps of this Russian Grand Prix here in Sochi.
Felix is just dominating everyone, just
Yeah,
pulling
I
away. It
think
has
they
been only 1 lap and he has already pulled 2 seconds on Swayze.
I think he will be promoted to Tier 1, in my
Surely,
opinion.
if someone drops out of tier 1 or is a bit too slow for tier 1, I think Felix will definitely gladly take the place because he is just amazingly good. Is there any fighting? Maybe Swayze and Runkeri, they're pretty close. Maybe we can watch them for the last 2 laps.
Sway and Runkeri, okay.
Because I don't think Felix is going anywhere. He's been perfect.
Runkeri isn't anywhere close to Sway.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, he's a bit.
Snowboard
He's in front.
speaker Dio and Sway are the closest to themselves. And as we head on to the final lap of the race, Felix is still leading with Runkeri into P2. Will this be a podium for Sway, Runkeri and Felix? They would be really proud of this race, definitely. After his poor performance in the qualifying.
I think Swayze will be the most happy because his goal in the race was to stay safe. He was pretty sure he wasn't going to qualify very much in the front.
His qualifying pace is really bad, but he's more of a track guy. Race day. Yeah.
His race day was impeccable even after it started raining, so I think he deserves the podium and congrats to him.
Sway just pulled away from Neil Angin, so you know what. So you know what this means.
Turn 9, going to turn 10.
Let's just hope Sway doesn't crash out final lap.
All they have to do is just few more corners and they're done. They don't have to push for anything.
The final chicane for Felix. Actually, not the final.
12, 13, now 13.
as he heads into the final sector. Let's see how he does.
5 more corners for Felix, and
Let's
let's
just
put the camera on him to
let's
see him cross the finish line for the Alpine team. 2 more corners, 3 more corners for him.
and here is the final corner officially. Congratulations to Felix. Oh, he ended it with style. He ended this race with style. Congratulations to Felix and Runkeri for taking the top 2
Runkeri
spots.
P2 and Swayze coming in and P3. Congratulations to the top 3 drivers.
Now here is
Impeccable
Neo,
driving.
Picker, Snowboards. Pierre Rogue actually. So who will come in next? Cortez is coming in next.
It is Cortez, Blackstone,
Then
Floki, and
it
Pillay.
will be Fruki and Pillay that are far away in the back. They are barely in the middle of the lap.
Don't worry, we will interview him.
We'll interview everyone that we mentioned. So it will be Felix, Runkeri, Sway, Venom, and Will, and Main.
I think Sway, for me, takes the driver of the day. He
Yeah,
was very good to
his
beat.
driving was beautiful. Just nothing else I can say. Literally, congratulations to Sway for a beautiful race like that. And that's
And
a
of course-
20-second penalty for Pierrot, so I... Wait, he already finished the race. How did he get a penalty? Oh my god, Froki crashed out on his cooldown lap. He crossed the line with a crash. Congratulations to everyone that finished the race.
But of course, Felix deserves a big.
Who will
big
get the driver of the day? Yeah,
congratulations for
Sway.
this race.
Congratulations, Sway. Let's see them all on the podium then. With celebrations from Felix, Runkeri, and of course, Sway. Beautiful, just beautiful race. I didn't expect it to be that interesting. There were like 3 or 4 safety cars, a lot of crashes, DNFs, disqualifies. Oh my god.
Yeah, I agree, but the rain really made it interesting, and the fast
Yeah.
lap goes to Blackstone with a 34.9.
Yeah.